If anyone was wondering if people addicted to drugs or alcohol go to heaven, then this is the video for you. Psychologically, it's an important principle to keep in mind because judging others can affect how one views other people, can view the world, can view themselves. It can lead to bitterness, anger, resentment, making it more difficult to forgive others. So it's important to handle these thoughts and emotions and these views of other people the right way. So there's a story about a monk who lived in a monastery, and this monk suffered from a alcohol addiction. Day after day, he prayed to God to take this addiction away from him. So this monk was drinking 20 drinks a day, and by the time of his death, he cut back the drinking down to 2 drinks a day. When the monks found him dead in a cell in the monastery, they see all these alcoholic drinks and liquor bottles around him, and they think surely he's an alcoholic, he's not going to heaven. So they have a funeral service for him, and they notice that the guy's spirit goes up to heaven, and they see that he did in fact go to heaven and was living a holy life. One of the story was how much effort this monk did to battle and get through his addiction. He cut back and he kept on working on it and cut back on his addiction. So from the outsiders, it still seemed like he was an alcoholic drinking 2 drinks a day. But from the monk's perspective, from God's eyes, he put so much effort into cutting out this bad habit that he was able to be rewarded for his efforts. And so it's a good story for 2 reasons. One, it's important to not judge others for what they're going through because really you don't see the whole picture. And 2, if you are struggling with something difficult or something that's bad or evil or a bad habit or bad pattern or way of living, have a little bit of compassion on yourself and continue to work at it. Psychologically, judging others can actually be a term called projection, where one has difficult feelings or emotions in oneself that they blame or project onto other people. It's really an unhealthy or immature way of dealing with stuff, and it reminds me of Christ when he said, "Why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye?" So before looking at other people's problems or issues, it's important to look at oneself and do your best to work on your shortcomings and your faults. And this is an important principle spiritually, psychologically, and business, and it really can affect your relationships with others and how you view the world around you.